Hey guys, Will and KellyMcGlenn from Marriage with the McGlenns. Sorry we are starting a little bit late tonight, actually a day late, a little bit late, but we have a surprise.
We have a bonus feature. Sorry about the Barry White thing, it's just here. Normally this is our night to do worship vocally. It's just not happening tonight. I don't want y'all hear me croaking and all of that.
And then she won't let me sing, so.
And we working on, God is doing a new thing. It's not time. It's not your season.
Tell the truth, you ain't got my check ready.
Anyway, so as you all know, a few weeks ago we featured an interview where we talked to our good friends Corey and Kamisha Campbell. We have a bonus. We have a bonus for you guys, and it's going to be awesome. If you haven't watched the other two videos with them, it's talking about living with a creative and someone who has a visual impairment. Really, really insightful information. So we hope you go back and watch those. But for tonight, enjoy this video with Corey and Kamisha Campbell.
See, we told you that was going to be good.
Awesome, right?
Yeah. So we just want to thank you guys for joining us tonight and for just liking, sharing, and subscribing. And we will see you guys next week.
This is Kelly
and Will McGlenn for Marriage with the McGlenns.
We'll see you later.
I can't say enough about the things that she has accomplished, even for somebody that was the sighted person.
Right,
it's quite an accomplishment. Like, my wife has 2 degrees. She went to massage therapy school. She didn't just go decide I'm gonna go do massage in my living room or whatever. No, she went to school and has a degree for that. And she's been doing that for 20 years as well. Do I get into all this stuff, or should I
go
wait?
ahead? That's fine.
My wife has raised 2 beautiful children. My wife has a nonprofit that she has started. My wife she wears multiple hats, and she wears them well. And she does all this stuff, and she would do all this stuff without help. That's the thing I want people to know about my wife.
Yeah, that she's not needy.
No, my wife is not needy. My wife does things by herself because that's how she operates. And that's another thing I like about her. Like I was telling you earlier, the things I do for her is because I want to.
Right,
I have
right.
to. My wife can handle stuff on her own.
Yeah.
But I do get such a joy in helping you do the little things. I do. I know. It made me feel good. It made me feel good.
I think that's awesome. I think a lot of people, regardless of what the dynamic is in your marriage, I think when you miss that part, and Will and I have this conversation a lot because by nature we serve each other. Mm-hmm. And we were talking about something, and I was like, that person is just not going to get it because they don't want to serve anybody. Mm. We had this conversation yesterday. I was like, until they learn a servant's heart, and that you really are rewarded by giving to other people and seeing their face light up and seeing their shoulders go back when you make them feel like an image bearer. And I think we share some of the same some of the same things, in that both of our husbands are musicians. Both of them love to drive us everywhere. I know Will, I can drive. And Will was like, yeah, I'm the driver. I am the driver. He drives me everywhere. Like, when we go out of town to minister and stuff, Will is the driver. Will watches over me. Will takes care. It's not that I can't. And one of the things that he said when he told our girls, because they always love to hear the dating stories. They always love to hear that, is that one of the things that attracted me about your mom is that she wasn't needy. She didn't need me. And so I think that when somebody sees a visually impaired person, or they see someone who has to maneuver differently because of any type of impairment, the assumption is, oh, bless their heart. And just bless your heart, baby. What you need me to do? I want you to tell a story that you told me that I could feel the fire coming out of your mouth when we was on the phone. And you said you went to I ain't gonna name the name of the company, to do a drug test for a job.
Name and shame.
Corey said name and shame. And how they handled you. And,
let them go ahead and call me so we can do a professional development so we can get them on track.
Okay, because she does do that. But give you an opportunity to talk about how to I don't think, because nobody needs to be handled. No adult needs to be handled unless you're just crazy out of your mind or something. But how to interact with people who may have different impairments or they navigate differently. Even if it's someone in a wheelchair, if it's someone that is missing a limb or anything that you see that is like visually, because everybody got something going on. But tell us walk us through how to handle that in a professional way, because as you would tell us in the story, people just shut down because they don't know. So walk us through that.
So basically, I went to take a drug screening for a job, and they did not know how to handle me. They spoke to my husband instead of speaking to me. So I had to say, hey, I'm the one that's needing a service. I'm Kamisha. I need to get this done. So then they're like, okay, we'll sign you in here. And so we go sit down. In the meantime, I'm hearing people come in and out. They're leaving, they're going, and they're coming. Too. And of course, Corey is like, now that person just got here, but they already came in.
Talking out of sardine.
So he already, we kind of, I know I don't do the best with facial expressions. So every bit of,
we're gonna work on that.
Yeah, pray for it. So every bit of whatever I'm feeling is showing on my face, I'm pretty sure. So after about 45 minutes, you know that before you go do a drug screening, you have to drink water. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, not only am I about to be late for my job, but I also have to go pee. And so I go up to the counter, and the lady is like, well, they'll be with you in a minute. And I'm like, but I've been here for 45 minutes and everybody else has been coming and going. Like, this is not something I need an appointment to do per se. So as I'm asking the lady, well, what happens if I come back? Well, you might just miss your window. Like, it was a very negative attitude. Wow. And so I'm like, okay, do we really have to do this? Like, I'm trying to be as polite as I can, considering the circumstances. Yes. And so then I said, if they're not out here in 30 seconds, Corey, we're leaving. I'm going to be late for my job. So I started counting. When he got to 10 seconds, I said 10, 9. And literally when I got to 4, they called me back. And then this lady proceeds to say, well, you can go ahead and go to the bathroom. Okay, where's my cup? Well, no, we're going to have to refer you out to somebody who can accommodate you.
To pee?
To pee. Yeah. So I had my cute little Coach bag on my arm. Guess where it went? On the floor. I dropped it, and Corey said, "Oh,
yeah, because
girl, you wasn't getting ready to swing."
She's like, "Oh, the way I was restrained, the way she was, because she's been holding her bladder for like 45 minutes."
So the woman, when she said, we got to refer you out to somebody who can accommodate you, I literally dropped my purse on the ground and I was like, shoot, and the lady was like, she kind of backed up against the wall. Hold up. You remember what's the movie where they're in the juke joint and they get started?
Oh, sure.
That's how I felt. I was like, oh. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and so I go into this big restroom, and so Corey follows me because I'm about to punch the wall. And I'm like, how? So literally, you guys, I know I peed for probably like 2 minutes.
I know that's right.
Because I've been holding it for all this time. So when I walk out, I said, she comes back and I said, can you tell me why you have to refer me out? And she's like, well, you can't have anyone go with you in the restroom. I said, first of all, I said, let me explain to you. This is not my first drug scanning that I've ever had to take. All you would have had to do is just say to me, hey, the toilet is over here. If I couldn't see it, or this is your cup, I'm gonna need you to go to this line. Can you tell where this line is? I would have let you know if I could or couldn't. You could have just told me what I needed to know. And I would have gone into the bathroom by myself. So basically, I probably insulted the lady, but I said, I just believe that. I said, this is definitely a sign of incompetence. Yes, I did. And I said, because how can you work in the health field and not know how to handle somebody with a disability? I don't understand it.
Wow.
And she was like, stand up against the wall, like, oh crap. And I was like, yeah. And I said, also too, do you see my shirt?
You did.
It's showing where I work at. Do you think I need somebody to show me where the bathroom is every 5 seconds? Like, I don't need nobody to hold anything while I go use the bathroom. And I said, so all you would have had to do was just ask the questions. And I said, clearly, you need to get trained because you have no clue on how to handle someone like me. And I was very, very upset. I'm probably explaining a lot more polite.
I understand.
Than what I said, than what I handled it then. Because when I finished ringing her out, the lady in the back, the other nurse was like, oh my God, who has that nice perfume on? I said, it's me. And I kept saying what I had to say. And she just said, Well, so then after I finished, and I said, you got to do better. You guys have to do better. And of course, I don't know if it's okay for me to say this or not, but they were one of us. They were our people.
Oh,
and so
it'll be your own people. And
I was like, how can you look me in my face and really show, this is your ignorance showing. And I get it if you don't know, but then you didn't even ask the question to figure it out or to learn. And I was like, there's no humility. Like you're gonna have to start being willing to learn. Yeah. And that's why I believe like the visually impaired culture, or I should say the disabled population, you have to be willing. It's a culture in itself. And
it is a whole different thing.
Culture.
Yeah.
And so that's even with me in my field of work, one of the things that we talk about is not just being culturally competent, but having cultural humility. Exactly. And there's a difference.
That's strong.
And so that's where I stand now. So it was embarrassing.
It was.
Yeah. To know
for you and them.
Yeah, more so for them after she got angry. Because I'm sitting here like, ooh.
Yeah, because after I finished, the lady said, well, do you want me to have the next person? She just went and sat down. She said, no, I don't care right now. Just let me. But the next day I did go back because corporate called me. And I told my husband, I said, sit right there. I got my cane out. I said, sit right there. Don't move. And I went up to the counter with my cane. By myself. And I told them what I needed. And the lady said, did you have such and such? Yes, I did. I had them do everything. I told them everything I needed. Oh, okay. So all we have to do is say, yes, you just got to tell me these things. And I got it. So then when they called me back, once again, don't you move. And I had my cane and I went, and she helped me. Totally different. I said, what happened between yesterday and today? Well, we didn't know. So who trained you for 24 hours? And so totally different thing, totally different way of handling me. I was in and out in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
See, and I think, okay, let's take a break here.
See, we told you that was going to be good.
Awesome, right?
Yeah. So we just want to thank you guys for joining us tonight and for just liking, sharing, and subscribing. And we will see you guys next week.
This is Kelly.
And Will McGlenn for Marriage With The McGlenns.
We'll see you later. Bye.